What's up, dogs and all guys? Welcome back to another tips and tricks video with your boy Hooked25, and we're just gonna go over some of the perks I use with Cogwheel in case if you have these perks. I mean, this is basically the two setups I like to use. Healthy, obviously you get 15% default hero, but he's slower. Heavier metal, health increased by 10% on top of that, but he's slower. So this is more of a tanky. This is more just cube diving, going in there, hitting the cube, kind of later game, and putting up your mortars. And I do like not the fast restock, but if you can, actually, the fast restock. No, not the hero. Where's the health scavenger? Here we go. The health scavenger, because if you kill somebody, you're gonna get extra healing, which is really nice, and default health is reduced by 10%, but that's kind of negated by these two. You can also use the killer shield, which is really nice as well. Ammo pool is reduced though, so that's kind of one setup I like to use. Also, I like to use the fleet-footed and the pusher. So this is more of an early game aggro. You run in, you push them out, you get your mortars up there. And I also like the Nerves of Steel with this one, Nerves of Steel level 3, which is really nice. Weapon accuracy with the alt minigun is really nice. So those are really cool to have. Crates are fine for this. Let's see which skin. I mean, I like the new one, but let's go Pirate Cog bra. Now let's block in, and I'll meet you guys in the game when I have stuff set up. Okay. All right, dogs and nuggets, welcome back. So I have it kind of set up for at least the first cube here on Beach Base. And I chose Beach Base for a reason, because I wanted to go over a few tips on Beach Base. This is obviously one of the main cuts that you can do here. Now I got pretty lazy, so I blew it up. But now there isn't a 1,000 brick limit to the cuts, so you can just do that cut as one big cut. You used to be able to split it down the middle so you can get extra bricks. No worries about that anymore. And on this map, as you can see in the upper right with the radar spread, the problem with this map is there's so many people that can get behind your base. Hey guys, I'm using crates. Stop yelling at me. And that respawns are, especially with Sarges, are going to go up here, under this cube, or on the backside. So if you know you're going to play Beach Base, make sure you have at least 2, I guess 3 characters, if possible, 3 heroes with radars, because they're going to come from behind, and especially like I'm going to show with the Cogwheel, you're going to come from behind and you're just going to decimate their defense. So I just outlined like a normal defense here. I got some radar spread, so, and I also have a radar up at their base to kind of show what's going on up there. But as far as mortar placement for Cogwheel, a lot of people like to spread them around. Like, oh, I'm going to put 4 out there. The only problem is when you put 4 out there, once you fire them off and you got a shinobi that's like hanging out in a tree up here, it's like, oh, well, there they are. And they can spend all day just hacking them up. So honestly, I like to keep them in the base. And what you want to do with your mortars for sure is just dig 2 blocks down and try and get at least 4 or 5, 6 if possible to start. Here I gave myself a non-brick limit, so, and they go up pretty quick. So if you leave yourself with a minute left before the barrier drops, you can definitely get 6 mortars up in a minute. So we're gonna do that now. And once they're in your base, granted, they can still hit them in your base, but when you put them too deep like this in their base, really not much is going to hit them, except maybe a shinobi that's up in a tree or something, or if they come in and just decimate your defense, and you're going to be screwed anyways. So, you know, do something like that. I always keep like some hidden mines in the HTAs, the high traveled areas, so if they're going to come straight in through here, it's like, okay, I'm going to hit the cube, I'm going to hit that, or from the side. I mean, the side is something huge where they come from. You know, they build up right here, come across, boom, they hit that. Like, oh look, all these mortars, but then hopefully you got defenders here. You got, you know, a turret up here, a turret in there. You know, Tony's got a couple turrets spread out, or Scientist has a couple miasma mines around the area. So So yeah, I like to get 6 mortars up and definitely get a good spread on the radar, especially at the first cube. But on this one, you want them in the back too, because if they start coming from behind, then it's gonna be trouble. So I keep saying that coming from behind, and it's kind of funny. So we're gonna go over to their base, and I just outlined, like, you know, just kind of a stock defense. Just imagine these are sandbags. They have a scientist or something. Let's go up here. So early on, if you can, I mean, Cogwheel is super slow, but if you got the fleet-footed perk and you're high aggro like I got going on now, you want to get behind their base. They're not going to have radars everywhere, especially a lot of the newer players. So some decent places to put respawns. You know, obviously out on this little island is really nice. Back here behind their spawn, preferably down in this area, is really nice, because then you could just come up there. Oh, we got a boost drop coming. Out in here, basically anywhere around the outskirts. So let's just, for sake of argument, let's just put one right here. So you're behind their base. You get the respawn up, and it's gonna create a lot of havoc. So we're just gonna show the fast aggro. So imagine we're just 5 minutes into the match. You come up, you come up here, rolling around the backside. Okay, there's no one up here for defense. You come in, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna come in. I got my pusher. So scientist has her mines there. Boom, you just hit them. Just kind of spam the area. Get those mines going. Then aim up in the air. Throw your clockwork ability. And those mortars will not be specific, but they do have infinite range now. They used to have a limited range, so infinite range. And they'll basically hit within about a 10-12 block radius. As you see, they didn't even hit the cube there. So that's why you got to make sure that you hit that F ability and you put it as close as you can to your target on the cube, or near the cube, or, you know, say you got, you know, 3 of Toretto's turrets, you know, in the 10 block radius. God forbid, you know, they keep them. They didn't watch my previous video and didn't spread them out. You can take them out pretty quick. So after the dust settles, mortars come in. You know, obviously you're gonna be firing, dominating a few people, but then you come in, and if you can, use your crates, block yourself in, you know, and then start hitting the cube. And do as much as you can. And basically, I don't try and fight when it comes to this point. So if they go through and come after you, if you hear a Tony or a scientist coming after you, especially a scientist, there's really not much you can do, because they're just going to throw a chem grenade, and then they're going to come in and then bubble you, so you're going to get gassed and bubbled at the same time. Now, a Tony you can turn around and defeat. A Shinobi you can defeat. They have low health. Vander, they all got low health, which is really nice. So here we got our mortars again. And so that's the aggro. I like to come in up top, take out their defenses with, you know, the right click or the left click with your cannon. But as far as the war of attrition goes, when you have a long game, now they probably will have radars. I mean, I put a radar up there just to signify the radar spread that they'll normally have. And you can't go that deep on this map, so there's really not much, you know, spaces you can go. So if they got a lot of turrets, it's tough getting in. You drill in under, hit your F ability. Let's see if we can get out there in time. I don't think we can, just to see where it hits. No. But we can kind of gauge. We'll just take a look here. So obviously that one hit. I put it up right here. It was right on this block, right on the edge of the cube, and it just took away all the crates. So if you get it really close to the cube, the mortars are going to hit. They're going to hit in that general vicinity. And that's going to take out a lot of defense. Then, obviously, you're down in the hole here. No one puts Cogwheel in a hole. So, yeah, we just threw it up right here. Oh, here comes the boost, huh? And you come up. Obviously, you see nothing's there. I like to get on top of the cube, you know, and move around, especially be a moving target. If someone's chasing you, you know, hit your shift and just run around the cube as fast as you can. Get going. And if you can, see I got my mortars up again. Hit them again. You know, and if you want to go and try and get some health, you can. Especially if you kill one of them, that'd be the ideal way to get health. But it comes in, boom, look at that. I mean, 3 mortars hit on the cube that time. Did a serious devastation. But in the war of attrition, you really want to damage their defenses as much as possible, obviously. And you don't want to make just a huge crater around the cube because there's really no way to get to the cube other than jumping from the top or coming from the bottom or just straight at it. So, and there's no room to come from the bottom on this one. So basically I like to come from the top, hammer down their defenses, jump on the cube, you know, kill a couple of them, and then move on. Because you already have your respawn back there. So you end up dying. Oops. Whoa. Hey, here we go. You end up dying. Cube goes down. You hit the respawn. You pop back up. Boom. And you start hitting the second one. And then after the second one, obviously you go to the third one. Oh, I didn't make that jump. Urgh. I don't think I can make it. Nope. Tried to do 2 at once. Didn't work. But normally, if you get the first one to drop, especially on beach base, you're going to be able to rush the second one. Scientists, if they have a scientist, can be a little bit tougher because of the chem grenades. But if they got a Tony, you know, make sure you block in their turrets down there. Don't destroy them because that's going to cheapen his turrets for the rest of the match. And then you just keep attacking. So, trying to think of other cogwheel tips that I like to do. Obviously, you can go with the bomb if there's a different base. You come in, especially if they have a few turrets and they're able to get established. Oop. Throw up a bomb and put it on the side where they can't put more defense. So I'll blow up that side, but you can blow up this side as well. We'll blow up this side. Boom. And what this ultimately does, and this is turned into like a beach base tips and tricks as well. Ultimately does is they can extend, especially Tony can extend all his turrets out this way pretty far, pretty indefinitely. But if you take away this one side, it's easier to attack from this one side. You come up with a crate, boom, one jump, and there you're hitting it. You know, just hit from below like this because those turrets back there won't even hit you. You can see them coming from a mile away, so if you start firing as they come in, you may be able to get another kill, and you'll be able to do a little bit more damage. So, kind of a little tips and tricks as well on beach base that I like to do. But as far as cogwheel, yeah, the 2 types, like I said, the aggro, coming in, get the respawn up real quick if you can, coming from behind their defense, take their defenses out from afar, mainly with your cannon if you can. And I mean, it won't be as easy as me playing against nobody here. They will be attacking you, but hopefully you have, you know, a well choreographed attack where you have at least 1 or 2 more players coming in, and they know what you're doing. Like, okay, I got the respawn coming in from behind, no big deal. You take out the defenses. You're like, okay, I got 2 turrets down and back. The guy's like, alright, cool. So a shinobi comes in, warps in, hits it right here, blocks himself in, like so, starts hitting the cube, and you can kind of protect him from up there, or you can come down and attack as well. So Cogwheel is definitely aggro and can be support, and does really well. Boom. So that'd be your first cube right there. As far as other tips and tricks for Cogwheel, you can, like I said, you can spread the mortars out, but I don't like doing that because then they're away from your defense. But if they have a Cogwheel and they mortar your mortars, yeah, they might go down a little bit quicker. But as you shoot them off, I think they lose health. Let's go back here and check. Yeah, so I mean, they're already down 25% after 4 mortars. So, hopefully your Tony can come back in here and heal him up. But I mean, hopefully the game does not last that long where your mortars are actually dead and you've used up 16 to 18 mortars or however long they last. and you got to go put up more. So, especially with the aggro cogwheel. I'm trying to think of anything else as far as tips. I just put up a lot of mines usually. I like the hidden mines. Around the cube, I mean, you can cube in mines. Cubing. Because some people like to go for the base. And if you make a outstanding base where it comes out a little bit more, then they're in for a pleasant surprise to come in. Oh, crap. Okay, I'm down 25%, then your Tony can knock him out in a couple shots, or one miasma mine will take him out. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's probably a little bit shorter than the defense, since offense is a little bit more tricky, especially if I wanted to go into detail on each of the maps. But those are the two main cogwheels that I use that work on just about any map. You know, the underneath, get your mortars up, pop up, hammer it. The other one, come up, cannon fire, get your mortars out, take out the defenses, get in there, hammer, and definitely with the respawns, you always want to have respawns up because you always want the advantage of respawning on their side so they can't get their defense up or reconstitute their defense that has been demolished by your last life by the time they took you out. So, hope you enjoyed. If you have any other tips and tricks that you like to utilize with the cogwheel, I know some people did in the Tony Toretto video, the first one. I also link that video in with this video, so if you missed that one, you can go back and watch that one, and vice versa. I'll put this one up and next episode, cogwheel in that one. So yeah, don't hesitate to leave your own tips and tricks, because cogwheel is a lot of fun. I enjoy playing them a lot. So remember to like the video if you enjoyed, comment, and subscribe for more tips and tricks. I'll have another one next week. I will do all the heroes, so I'll probably do one a week. I think that's all I can muster right now, but I will keep the gameplays going as well as the tips and tricks. So we'll see you all next time for more Block and Load. Take care, everybody. What's up, dogs and nuggets? Thank you so much for watching this amazing Block and Load gameplay. If you enjoyed that one, maybe you'll enjoy some of the gameplays from my beta playlist or from the release playlist. And if you have not done so already, hit the subscribe button for me. It'll make me feel all warm and fuzzy, Tony Toretto style.